Hello, hello, my crafty people. Today I'm going to show you how I created these 6 cards playing around with basically 3 main elements. They can be very quick and easy to recreate or to get something similar out of this idea. And I am just going to play around with changing directions, changing colors, and changing a few elements here and there, the positioning, to get 6 different cards. And I'm going to explain it to you in a second. It's very quick and easy. So, the main 3 elements that we're going to need are the card base. You could add a background panel if you need it, and a wide strip, and a good size sentiment. For these 6 cards, I'm using a good size sentiment, like a chunky sentiment. I wouldn't use a strip sentiment for this one, but I might use it for my next video, so keep an eye out for that. Because I don't have my die cut machine here with me, as I told you before, I am using a bit of pattern paper today for my backgrounds. So I'm using vellum. I have this beautiful vellum with some golden dots and some blue and purple feathers. And I'm just going to cut it to the size of my card base, and I'm going to glue it to my card base. I'm showing it very slowly to you in real time. I'm going to show you in detail for the first and second cards how I made the 2 of them, and then I'm going to speed it up to the high heavens because you don't need to see me doing the same thing 6 times. To glue, I just add a tiny dot of glue. I'll show it to you in detail on the next one, but it's very tiny, and I spread that glue, and then I add my vellum panel. Sorry, I can't speak English today. I do apologize in advance if I say something bizarre. I couldn't sleep well last night, so my brain is very confused. And then I'll hold it down for a few seconds to let the glue dry. And then I'm adding a navy strip in the center of my panel. So I'm keeping this one, the strip, and the card base on portrait orientation. There is no right measure for this strip. It could be wider or slimmer depending on what you want to do with it. So I think most of my strips that I use today in these 6 cards are between 2 and 2.5 inches wide. And then I am going to add more detail because that's how I roll. You probably noticed by now. So I'm adding 2 gold, very thin strips beside that white strip, top and bottom, left and right, depending on how you look at it. And I'm going to trim the excess off. And I just find that adding like these details on top or bottom, left or right of the white strip, it kind of finishes it off a little bit, the look, but it's not something that you need to do. So you could just keep the navy and your background. Again, I'm using pattern paper, pattern vellum, but you could use pattern paper, you could stencil on your background, you could ink blend, you could do like printing, gel printing. You could do 3D embossing, which is what I wanted to do, but I don't have the die cutting machine. So I'm being creative and using what I have. Then I'm going to glue my sentiment. I'm speeding this up because it's just gluing. You don't need to see me. I am crazy slow while I do this stuff. So I also die cut everything that I'm using off screen. It took me 3 days. I am not joking. And that's why I speed up the video, because you would actually die out of boredom watching me do this stuff. And then I use my stylus to kind of coop up my flowers and my petals. And because I'm doing it on a silicone mat, it's very, very easy to shape them. And then for these leaves, I did die cut them out of, it's kind of a bluish green. cardstock, and I wanted a bit more color, so I am coloring them with Altenew brush markers. But you could just die cut them out of colored paper if you want to. It would be way faster, believe me. But I didn't think of all that. And I die cut most of my elements actually out of white because I thought I was going to ink blend them. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm actually going to use very dark strip, and then I'm just going to leave them white. It's going to be quicker. Still, it took me 3 days, folks. I am very, very slow. Anyways, I'm going to do that to all of them, add a bit of contrast in the center, like darker color. And then I'm going to add the yellow centers to the white flowers. And I'm going to play around with the positioning, see where I want them to go. In this case, I chose to do a small cluster on the upper right corner and then the bottom left corner. And I thought it looked okay. It kind of frames the sentiment a little bit, but you could just stamp sentiment on the dark strip, maybe stamp and emboss it, depending on the color that you want to use. And then you could add any tiny elements here that you have in your stash. You could add just some sequins, maybe some gems, stars, little hearts, little butterflies. Anything will work. I'm not even joking. Anything. You add, try to do like a triangle, or I always try to use an odd number of elements. So you see there I have 5 flowers, I have 5 leaves, and I think that it looks a bit more interesting. I don't know why. I think this is something that I picked up from other people, and I'm just kind of follow the same pattern. But I'm gonna cluster them together and glue them down and call it done. Now, one thing that I would like you to observe as I make these cards today is how different they will look just by changing direction and color. And I am actually just using small flowers and leaves for all of them. And the sentiment, most of them are birthday cards. You see that there isn't much that I'm actually changing except for the orientation and the colors. I think those are the main changes, but the cards look all unique and they all look different. And you only have those 3 main elements. So it's the background. It could be mostly, for now, for the first ones, a plain background where you just add some detail to it. Like you could stamp some dots on the background, or you could use the very light color, like I think it's the prism foil, and foil something nice on the background. That one that looks like a watermark, you know the one I'm talking about? I'm not sure if it's prism. um, just something very subtle. I am using Vellum because that's what I have. But if I had my die cutting machine here, I would have just done some embossing on the background, and that would be it. And then I'm using a darker color in the wide strip. You could use a brighter color if you want to. Today, I am kind of mostly using jewel tones, but it could be any color that you like, any color that you want. And again, you don't need those thin strips, but to me, they are very quick and easy to add. And I think it separates the 2 sections from each other. I like that. And you can use a big element, like a big flower, instead of the big sentiment, or a big stamped image that you color, that you spend some time on it, and then just add a thin strip with a sentiment to it. These ones, again, I could have added a small strip with a sub sentiment as well, but because I didn't bring my stamping platform, I didn't do that. I'm not stamping anything these days because I couldn't even find my acrylic blocks. So I'm going to try to show you a few options on the next video. And here's the final card. So our main idea, you can see that it's exactly the same thing. So portrait orientation, card base, a little bit of detail in the background, and a white strip with different color. For the second card, we're just changing the orientation to landscape, from portrait to landscape. I have all this vellum with silver foil. I usually don't even use silver on my cards, but I'm challenging myself. Be a little proud of me. I'm actually using silver on a card. So I had all four of these, and I think all four of them would look gorgeous in a background. It's just a little bit of detail, a little bit of shine. I think it looks so sweet. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I did on the previous one. I'm going to cut it to size. And I'm going to show you on this one how I actually add the glue. You couldn't really see it on the previous one because it was the white background and the glue is white. But this one, I'm going to do it on the back of the vellum panel, and I'm going to show it to you closer to the camera. So I have that detail tip, and I add a tiny dot of glue and I spread it around. I do that on all four corners, just the corners. You don't need to do much, and then align a strip in the center where the strip is going to cover. If you do add a lot of glue, white glue, water-based glue, that is going to warp your vellum, and you don't want that to happen. It's going to warp in the center where I put more glue, but no one is going to see it because the strip is going to cover it. So I'm not worried about that. But I do hold it down for a few seconds until it dries. And then I'm going to cut my wide strip here out of green. I believe this one was about 2 inches. And this one I can add as much glue as I want on the back, and then just hold it down. You can see that the card base was a little bit longer than my strip, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit. And now it dried already, so you can kind of notice on the video that the center is a tiny bit warped. It's okay, the strip is going to cover it. But you can see that in the corners where we added just those tiny dots, that's more than enough to hold it in place. And you can't notice anything at all. You can't notice the adhesive. You can't notice it being warped. Nothing. So if you have problems using vellum because of the glue, maybe try using less glue. Maybe you're using too much, which is usually what I tell children. I am so sorry. I always see children using a lot of glue and they think they're using just a little bit. And I think as adults, sometimes we do the same thing. Okay, let me stop joking around. I'm adding those thin strips. I'm going to add them to all 6 cards. So these ones are silver, but they are the silver with a kind of iridescent shine, the one that kind of changes colors. I think it's very cute. They are different silvers. It still works the same way. My sentiment is going to be silver as well. And this time, because I'm using that strip and the wider orientation, the longer orientation, I have space for a bigger sentiment. So I'm going to use a bigger sentiment to keep it proportional. Here's how we started. It was portrait. We changed it to landscape. This is my sentiment. Added some flowers to both sides, some leaves, and that's it. So you could add any elements that you want or not add any elements at all. And for our third option, instead of the one wide strip, we're going to add 2 kind of 1-inch strips to top and bottom. It's the same idea, but we're going to use it the negative. So we're going to keep the center plain and add the details to top and bottom. Again, I'm using pattern paper, but you could use any of those beautiful background panels that you create at home, and sometimes you don't know how to use them. You can use them on these cards, use them on these ideas, especially if you work with gel printing and mixed media. This will look absolutely stunning. I actually have one of my most watched videos is from the Christmas season last year, and I actually made some mixed media panels, and I use some of them kind of in similar ways. This one, once again, I have a wider strip, so I'm adding a longer sentiment and a few flowers. This one, I put the sentiment all lined up to the right to make it a little bit different. And now I'm actually mixing orientations a little bit. So the card base is portrait and my strip is actually landscape. And I am bringing it down to the bottom. But again, it's the sentiment that I made in my previous video. I'll have it linked in case you haven't watched it. I stamped in gold on the background to add a little bit of detail, added the poinsettias instead of the flowers. And now I'm changing again to diagonal. So the strip is diagonal on my background panel. Sorry, I'm telling you, I am struggling with panel today for some reason. So I'm just going to glue that down, add those thin strips, a big sentiment because it's a wider space, and then my light and my colors changed a little bit because I was filming at night, but you can see that it's exactly the same idea, the same concept. We're just playing with the orientations and changing colors. The last one is a birthday card that I made for a family friend, and I used once again the darker color on that strip, and everything else is like you've seen before. Next video, I'm going to show you 2-for-1 ideas. I have at least 8 ideas to show you. And they are also very quick and easy, very simple to recreate. I hope you like these, and I hope to see you next week. I do apologize a little bit today if I sound a bit lacking energy, but I saw some bad news yesterday online, and it absolutely broke my heart. So I'm struggling a little bit with the voiceover. Please forgive me. I hope next week I'll be okay, and I hope you are okay out there. There is some bad news, but we can always find a little bit of comfort and happiness with our crafting, right? I hope you do too. So I hope you can go out, have some time for crafting, make something beautiful today. See you next week. Bye.